Well, there's one thing I've got to start with first of all, and that is, so Mike, yourself in particular, we actually know each other originally from an old Facebook group. I don't know if you remember. This is actually how we originally knew each other. I'm not going to mention the name of the Facebook group or the name of the person that used to run it, because so at the time, I thought it was basically, at the time, it was about fitness, exercise, and what I thought was science.
You're right.
Now, in hindsight, I don't know if you'd agree with me on this, Mike, but basically, you and I, we was actually part of a cult for some time.
Yep. Yeah, it was basically a cult.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, when in hindsight you realise, oh shit, I was actually part of a cult. But yeah, basically, I don't even know if the Facebook group is around anymore. I know the person, for a small time, the person in question who ran it was not a massive name, but he was quite a big name. He had quite a big platform, a semi-respectable platform. But yeah, that's now gone due to his cult-like behaviour.
Gone.
Yeah,
all that's gone now.
It's like what was originally basically a group run by what I'm assuming was a personal trainer. It became like a very heavily, anti-vax, anti-mask, and for people that have listened to the podcast and heard all the mad conspiracy shit I ramble on about, you'd think that I'd fit in right with that, but this was a bit too much for me. But wow, that was back when I'd consider myself a normie, and it wasn't until I actually left that group that I actually started to learn my trade properly, because it was very protective, let's just say. It had the trademarks of a cult where you had to only believe what they believed, and you couldn't kind of, branch away from that and continue developing as a professional.
Also had a very charismatic leader, which is very indicative of
very charismatic. There were slogans. There were slogans.
Yeah.
It was basically like the Heaven's Gate of fitness, I don't know if they've left on their UFO yet. But yeah, I just thought I had to mention that, because it's a really weird way how we kind of knew each other originally. We was part of a cult. Yeah. And we could just let people elaborate from there.
Do we get a Netflix series because we survived it?
Oh yeah. We could interview we could all be interviewed. We could be in the corner. The microphone would be on the screen. It would be like, I knew something was weird when they tried to give me the Kool-Aid. I knew something was weird when they said that the comet was going to take us to a Planet Fitness.
Oh my god!
But listen, we're going to start our own cult, a better cult.
This is a much better cult.
This is a much better cult. The one
true
cult. But yeah, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I had to mention that.
Well, certainly an interesting way to start the podcast. I'll tell you that. I wasn't expecting that revelation. Tom and Mike were part of a cult. Well, you have to tell me more about this off air, Tom, because I'm intrigued now. And if I'm intrigued, the listeners will be intrigued, I think.
I'm in enough legal shit to start mentioning names. So yeah.
So what would you say going forward then into the future? So I've put some of the notes here. Mike, I was going to ask you off air, but I think I'll ask you now, is that maybe, look into the future as you grow. Maybe you could come over and help Tom out, because unfortunately he's been stuck at 60 kilos on his deadlift for years now. A man his size should be lifting more than that. So I think we need to get you over here to the UK, get you over to London, and help Tom out.
I'm getting sick of your shit, Bill, honest to God. I don't know where this inside joke came from, that I can only deadlift 60 kilos. I even put like a little flex on the other day. I put up a little Instagram story of the barbell loaded up to 100, 50 kilos. There's no actual video of me lifting it. I just put a picture up.
Of course, because you can only do 60.
I don't know where this joke has come from. Well, I'm actually
catfishing.
I'm going to have to, it's called gaslighting.
Let's continue.
I'm just going to have to risk the disc. I have to put up a video next week, risk the disc.
Yeah.
I'll get two fuckers next to me actually lifting the bar, either side.
Just keep them out of the camera frame.
Yeah, they can be my gaslighters.
Here we go.
Then Bill, next time the next time we meet up for a drink,
all day long.
You can ask me to do it in person, and I can actually snap my shit up.
Risk the disc. I like it.
Worth it.
But off air, we'll talk about this, Mike, because he can only do 60. That is 100% true.
I had a client who had quite significant scoliosis. And every doctor, physical therapist, chiropractor, blah, blah, work your way down the line, work your way down the list.
See where this is going, yeah.
Yeah. That said, you can't be lifting. You shouldn't be putting anything on your back. No deadlifting, no squatting, none of this. You're going to snap your shit up. And she came to us basically the day we launched. She came to us wanting something. Fast forward almost a year down the line, she is PRing on her squats. She's PRing on her deadlifts and running the fastest mile she's ever ran.
How much is she? Sorry, Mike. How much is she deadlifting? Is it more than 60 kilos? Is it, or is it?
It's definitely more than Tom.
I love it. So I mean, what? A few months of you, Mike, and they're deadlifting more than
I'm
Tom.
about to risk it, Bill. I'm about to risk it.
Don't touch those.
Get your hands off.
Oh.
I think like part of like